Huh? What is this? This looks sketchy.
Unbelievable! My husband knocked over his bookshelves again. The room is now so dusty I can't go inside.
Oh, Jesus.
Glory of the Kingdom, Compendium of Orbment Technology. Guide to the Rolent region, the Septian Church and the Bracer Guild. I wonder where that book I just bought the other day went. It looks like I'm gonna have to put these books in order.
You guys know that I play Love in Deep Space, right? There is a love interest in Love in Deep Space that for a whole year, I was really hoping they wouldn't do it. But in Love in Deep Space, the main character has a somewhat brother. It's basically like they're not actually related, but they were raised under the same roof by a grandma, right? So they basically kind of grew up as family. And I remember when he was introduced, I was like, oh God, this is a siblings but not really to lovers trope, isn't it? And he dies in the game. And but it was kind of obvious that he wasn't dead, but he was missing from the game for a good, I think, like 8 months, I think. And then as those 8 months was going by, I was like, I know they're gonna bring him back and he's gonna be a love interest, and I hate it. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand how you can see someone that's been your family for so many years as anything but family. Like, you literally call the same person dad. You literally grew up since you were kids. How do you not... How can you see that as anything other than family? I don't understand. Like, I have family friends, like guys that I've known since I was like literally a kid, and never once would I ever think of them as anything other than my family friend. You know what I mean? Because I literally grew up with them. Okay, well. I'm just gonna pretend that conversation with that girl didn't happen. I'm just gonna pretend this didn't happen. Oh, it's a bar. Can I get some alcohol? We're only 16.
Yes, I've already made arrangements regarding the lumber. I'm looking into the septium right now.
Okay, do I even need to bother talking to these people? Where am I even supposed to be going? There's no, like, indicator on the map. Okay, that has a point on it. Malga Trail? Okay, probably not where I'm supposed to go. South Avenue, okay. You have to tell us more about her love for not really siblings to support Lover's Trope? I don't love it! I hate it! What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't like it. Wait, huh? I forgot the name of it. It's psychological defense to prevent anyone you grew up around from seeing as a possible love interest. It's just so weird to me. I just can't ever imagine it. I just don't understand it. How can you like someone that you've literally grown up with? Like, I don't get it.
There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Ina.
Good morning.
Is Shara here already?
Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you.
Thanks.
We'll do our best.
But yeah, I hate that character in Love in Deep Space to this day. Like, I cannot stand him. Like, there's this main story section in Love in Deep Space where not only is he siblings but not really to lovers, but he's also a yandere, and I was like, oh hell nah. So even though that main story section came out like months ago, I have not been able to read through it because, oh my god, do I hate yanderes as well. Because yanderes are creepy. Sherdazard? They look cool. I suppose the reason childhood friends typically work is because they're at least a layer of separation via the characters living in different homes. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of childhood friends either. Like, out of all the fish in the sea, you're gonna choose the person that you've known forever. Like, you're not gonna explore. You're not gonna try to broaden your horizons. Like, you're really still gonna stick with the person that you've already known forever. The Westermark effect, it's the name of it. Had to Google it. Oh. There she is. Sherdazard. Sherdazard. The Star and the Hangman. Oh, tarot cards? Oh, another game that has tarots. Let's go.
The Hermit and the Magician. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune.
I mean, it's someone you know and are comfortable around. It's more understandable than adopted siblings. But still, that's like boring. Like, that's just, I just find childhood friends to be boring. Well, it's like same thing. Like, I have childhood friends too. So I still would not ever view them that way, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this?
Good morning, Shara. Oh wait, they're the same person. Shira's just the shortened. Okay. A little girl traumatized her so fast. Guys, please. If these two get together, this will literally be the worst game I've ever played in my life.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early.
Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself.
I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm.
Okay, same thing. Shara. I'll ground a voice eventually.
But I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready.
I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already.
Quiet, you! Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does.
This is like similar to Lloyd when we were playing Tales of Symphonia. What? Joshua, Shara's picking on me.
Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, X Rashley is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best.
Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me.
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Whatever. All I'm hearing is that Estelle is a typical shonen protag. Yeah, that's what it seems like. You know, I don't know how I feel about it yet because we just started, but like, ow, I hit my phone. Why does the main character always have to act like a shonen protag? I mean, she's a girl. I mean, I guess because she's a tomboy. But like, you can still be a good female shonen protagonist without having to be tomboy. But I mean, I guess then again, this was 2004, so the only way to be strong was to act tomboyish for girls.
Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Fortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly.
You couldn't read the cards?
No, that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training.
You want to be sorted online and ruin all the female characters? Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively.
Okay, they're gonna teach me the combat?
And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say.
Yeah. What would you like to learn about orbments?
Orbments are mechanical devices that operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz, or process septium, installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships.
Oh, is that ether and Xenoblade?
In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect villains and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manage the affairs of the bracers in each region.
Hey, I know this game is the one with the banger boss theme. Ural, hey! Welcome to the stream. We haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
And Lib-Earl Kingdom. The Kingdom of Lib-Earl, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Lib-Earl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Lib-Earl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations.
Howdy, welcome. All Trails games got banger music. I mean, even just this regular town music is cute.
10 years ago, when Lib-Earl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive. But thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Lib-Earl enjoys peace.
Oh, awesome. We're ruling underneath a queen. Let's go. Hey, you got that one pretty solidly on your own? Oh, awesome. All right, that is all.
Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to sped things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training.
Shara? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before?
Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job.
So, what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time, you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task.
Honestly, I feel like the combat system needs to be experienced firsthand to really get an idea of what's going on with it. Okay.
I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready.
Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked on a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing.
Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that the smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we?
Let's have at it.
Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready?
Aina?
Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them.
Bracer notebook. Aina. Okay, gotcha.
Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and where. These kinds of trivia things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down.
No, the other one? Aina? Aina.
Understood.
Crap, this sounds like it's gonna be a pain.
Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response.
I'm sure there were two.
Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle.
Okay, I got it.
Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there.
When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. Okay? Training retrieval. Direct quest. This training will involve searching the sewers, beneath Rolent and bringing back the contents of a chest. Okay. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring your Bracer Book. Okay.
Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job.
Wow, I like how they give you a tutorial of like how to walk up to something and read it. That's crazy.
Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers.
Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style.
Sure, there are lots of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude.
I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Is that a typo?
Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you?
You betcha!
Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your new task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior.
Okay.
Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbits and synthesize support cords in order to use Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the experts. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here?
No problem. Leave everything to me.
He's bald! Where did the top of his hair go?
So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbits are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of orbits. However, the ones we'll be discussing today are battle orbits, which enhance their users' physical abilities to make it possible to use magic. Since each orbit is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed element slots, the lines which connect, then vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation.
Okay, I think I kind of get it.
In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot.
It's like putting in, like those things in Xenoblade, like the... What are they called? Those gems?
By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of Seveth too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it that you would like to know about? Simply put, the orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored with these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called out from the get-go. These are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use its arts. Okay, so it's a lot of building, which I actually kind of like that. So no one has like a set range of arts, you have to acquire them? The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. And in reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now.
I don't think I need to learn about these, do I? I think I can understand what quartz is. Maybe Sepith.
Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind,
Time? Space? Mirage? What the heck?
Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz to an open orbment slot in which to install the synthesized quartz. So what is it that you would like to know about? Okay, I think we'll leave it at that.
It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith.
Ooh, each element.
With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Josh, it has to be a time elemental quartz.
Okay, so Estelle, basically, we can build her however we want, is what I'm getting. To explain why there's 3 standouts is because they're considering the higher elements. Okay.
Normally, at a shop, you would be able to exchange Sepith for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service.
Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display list options, modify or trade, choose the factory services. Hey, I wasn't gonna leave. I'm just looking around. Freddy, okay. Modify trade? Quartz. What do you guys suggest I do here? Crystals required to use arts. Are we sure this isn't Arknights? I've never played Arknights, so I don't know actually. To explain why they're... Oh wait, I already read that. Wait, they said I need to make a time one for Joshua, but there's no time on here. What type of... Or can I... Is Estelle? Can you build her however you want? The black one is time. This one. So this one's for Joshua. How many do they say they want me to make? One for each? Okay. And now... do I just make one of everything? You build as you please. Yes, also making one for each of these isn't a bad option, but you can also limit your choice to save it for later. Okay. I mean, if it's not a bad option, I guess I'll just do everything. And see, like, how I want to build Estelle, maybe? Okay. Oh, wait. Can I not put it on them? Oh, wait. Is it here? Sounds good at everything but master of none kind of deal. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. You're currently still in the menu for the Orbital Factory? Oh. I guess we'll just give her attack for now and see how that goes. Firebolt. Alright, cool. I did it.
Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your orbit so that you can—
Oh, I already did that.
so you can use both recovery and attack arts.
Well, I figured that out. I already did that. Install a quartz into your ornament. Wait. Huh? You don't know what is currently going on? I'll tell you what Sephiroth is required to open up a slot in the Orbital Factory. Maybe we leave? Did I break the game by installing it before before I was supposed to? Okay, let's like remove it, talk to her, try to open another slot. Oops. How do I open a new one? Hey? By clicking on a close slot and having the required Sephiroth to open it? I just spent it all! I'm Confucian. Bracer notebooks? Do I have to read the Bracer notebook? Try Joshua's? No? Eh? Eh? Guys, help. What do I do? She said attack arts, so we put... Huh? Maybe we can talk to her now that we checked the notebook? Hopefully. No! I don't understand. What happened? Why is the game broken? I'm doing what you told me, lady. I've removed them and I've spoken to you. And I put them back on and I spoke to you. Huh? Okay, well... I'll just put random stuff on Estelle and see if that changes anything. I'll put each and every one of them. She wanted me to use the blue one. Okay. Okay.
Alright, it looks like you've got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts to your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you.
She did tell me the difference, but I, for some reason, thought that, I thought that Joshua's arts was the recovery ones. So that's why I was confused. And also, you guys all forgot too. The ones who played this game forgot too.
Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have.
Our bad. We all thought the time one was recovery and not attack.
Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on.
We had to equip HP1 to get recovery arts. Interesting, yeah.
Now, I want you to use this Cephid and open a slot on each of your orbits. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open.
Receive several of each type of elemental Cephid. Okay. Can I trust you guys to tell me what Cephids I should open? Oh wait, does it matter? Does it matter actually? Now time for slot. I was just too stupid to realize that she was locking you until you go to HP1. It doesn't matter? Okay. We'll open that slot then. Is it only for one of them? Oh. Wait, should I have done it for Joshua instead? Uh-oh. Open a slot? Oh, either, okay. I'm opening it for Estelle since Joshua can only, what? He can only equip time ones at the moment? Or is it just the middle one? Strength, defense goes down, defense goes up. I'll do this one since I don't want anything to go down just yet. Hair. It's preference.
I see you managed to open one of your orbit slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular element, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualifications tests.
Do her first and later on do Joshua. I think it's just the middle one at the time for him because the slots do have different restrictions or lack of such. Oh, okay.
Pardon? Did you just say test?
You can't honestly tell me that you've got about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning?
Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk about those lines at the breakfast table.
Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area.
You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for...
How about a little less yapping and a little more walking?
Drags her by the ponytail.
Joshua, help me!
Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you.
I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua.
I'm pretty sure Estelle has twin tails, actually. Ponytails, twin tails, same thing.
All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here.
The hairstyle is called twin tails, but each of the tails specifically is ponytails.
I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to that point.
Understood. What's wrong, Estelle?
Shara?
What now?
I was kind of wondering, but is there not gonna be a paper test or something?
Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not too long ago, right?
Yeah, and?
And I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too.
Girl, you're not gonna pass this test already.
I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet?
She did the Pikachu face.
What a relief.
Oh, divine adios. Idios? Idios? Oh shoot, I didn't get to read that.
So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital factory.
Ha! I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom, all starting to feel like grand memories indeed.
I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all.
What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things?
Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you.
Oh, first time chatter. Zero, thank you so much for coming to stream. Imagine if it still had a pretentious voice. Do you think she would have one? Wait, I haven't heard any voice acting in the game yet. But thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Zero, just a quick question. Did you just so happen to randomly stumble across my stream here on Twitch, or have you seen any of my other socials? This is just if it means if I should introduce myself to you or not. Estelle would absolutely wither behind a desk. She wouldn't be pretentious. Hello and welcome, Zara. Welcome to the community. Hello, hello. Everyone here is really nice and opening, so I hope you enjoy your time here. We'll be fine. I need some water. One sec. My voice is starting to get in. We haven't had to do constant voice acting in a while. Just tell us what you want to do. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. How are you able to play while holding a clipboard? Magic. I play one-handed because I'm a real gamer. I'm that good of a gamer, I only need one hand.
Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyways, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Rolent sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within the area. This game is absolutely stuffed to the gills with dialogue, so I pray for your voice to be preserved to face this. I'm gonna have to retrain my voice for the back to the Lost Story evolution days. The Digimon Story Lost Evolution days. That was a trip. It did help build my voice endurance, but then I didn't really have to do as much voice acting for the other games we played after that, so. And even when I practice voice acting by myself, at most I practice for maybe an hour and a half. And I take breaks in between, so. The game doesn't get English VA until game 6 in the series. Oh, so there never will be voice acting. But it said voices on, so it's like battle voices that they get. That's around the time they start to release it more quickly in the West. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Random Dale. I'll take another sip of water. There are times where there could be 30 minutes to an hour of non-stop dialogue in the newer games. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either.
Or do you mean in this game, where I'm just gonna have to be constantly reading dialogue?
However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget.
Tear bomb? Oh, is it healing items? Monster guide?
What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it on there.
The series isn't well known until later years due to it being stuck in Japan for many years and not released in the West until 11 to 12 years ago. I know due to having first voice acted for like a handful of characters in this game while watching Eyeless play it.
Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua.
That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara.
We'll put it to good use.
Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test.
Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such.